It's been more than a week since Joe Logan was sworn in as chief of HPD. He has said that he wants the department to be more transparent, and it's a big reason why he's here, joining us for his first sit-down interview at KHON2. Chief, welcome. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Welcome. Thank you for the opportunity, Christine.
I want to first start with transparency, since we're talking about it. You were sworn in last week, but it was a private ceremony. Can you talk more about the decision to have it be private and what you're going to do to make the department more transparent?
Sure. It wasn't technically a secret or private. What it was is because I was a non-city and county employee and the only position I could go into was police chief, because that was what the police commission selected me as. So we got the clearance that morning about 9 o'clock. Or 8:45, 9 o'clock, from the city and county medical, and that went through the commission, and then they provided us an email saying I'm cleared and I can start. And so from that point, I gave the staff about an hour and a half. Can we put the ceremony together with just our spouses so that we could just swear in? Because what was important to me, and it was more personal, is that 40 years ago, in the month of June is when I started the Honolulu Police Department in 1982. So that was the beginning of my career. And so, and then we had that evening was the 202nd recruit class graduation. So to be part of that as a selected chief is not the same as being the chief. And so that was the reason why we had the ceremony so quick. We were already planning a more formal pomp and circumstance ceremony with the public, with invited guests and the media later in June. And so it wouldn't have been fair for me to do it that afternoon and invite everybody in, because then you have to drop what they were doing, right? So that was the reason for that. It wasn't to hide anything. It was just to get me on board real quick, get me as a chief, and then start.
Let's talk about the recent crime on Oahu. There's been numerous smash and grabs at local businesses. There's been some high-profile violent crimes. What are you going to do and do differently to curb these crimes?
So if you look at it in a perspective, we had a kind of a lull in crime, let's say, during the pandemic. And now that the pandemic's over, unfortunately, criminals are coming back to their behavior. And so there's appearance of this spike in crime. And nationally, if you look at it, there is a spike in violent crime. And so what we've provided the commanders, they have full authority within their districts to allocate their resources to handle the situations that are going on in their districts. And then we're looking at it from an analysis technology standpoint. So our crime analysis unit is taking a look at where these are occurring, what times they're occurring, and so that we can kind of get we can kind of put a task force together to perhaps look into these and provide better patrolling and or surveillance of areas that we think are crime hotspots. Was
that allocation not done before?
No, it's always been going on. So the commanders have always had an opportunity to allocate resources. Crime in and of itself in Hawaii is a crime of opportunity, right? So you might see a policeman drive by a shopping center and then they go off and patrol in a different area, then the crime happens, right? So the officer can't control that. The police department can't control crime.
Now, speaking of officers, how many positions exactly do you have open right now at HPD, and what are you doing differently to fill those vacancies?
So we have just over 300 sworn officer vacancies. So right now, what we have done prior to me coming on, and then as I'm coming into the position, we've taken over the hiring process from the city, and so that process allows us to move it faster. So we've reduced it from about 8 months to a year down to about 4 or 5 months, and so that gives us an opportunity. And then we're doing online continuous recruiting, so we're out there. And also during COVID, we couldn't hit the schools because they weren't in session. Universities weren't on campus, but now we can get back to those. So our recruiting officers can go out to the field, can go visit high schools, college and campuses, and we can start recruiting that way. So doing the continuous recruiting, and then we're doing continuous, we're gonna beef up the recruiting department so that there's more people out there, and probably increase the budget for marketing so we can, sell ourselves to the public.
So recruiting, processing, marketing, do you see anything changing within the academy or maybe retention? Because you can recruit all you want. You can have hundreds of people come out and apply, but that doesn't mean they're all going to come through and fill those positions. You're lucky if you get 20 or 30 men or women finishing the academy in one class.
Absolutely. So what we've done at the recruiting academy, the police academy, is basically reduce the size. So we don't want 60, 70 people in a recruit class. And we've increased the number. We went from 3 a year to 6 a year, and we're doing 20 or 30 in a class. And then with that, we have the officers and the sergeant that's in charge of that class. They have more one-on-one with the individuals to ensure that they all graduate and they understand what they're getting into. And so it's a more of a personal experience and more stake in the game, right, from the officer who's the assistant helping to train this new class, that he has a cohort of people, men and women that want to be police officers to be police officers. So that's one way that we're helping, and we're graduating. Our attrition rate is much reduced, right, from the classes. If you have a large class of 60, you're going to lose about 20. We're losing a lot less in these smaller classes because they're more personal. And then also for the retention side, what we're doing is I'm asking commanders to go out and find those officers who perhaps are hitting 25 years that may be able to retire, to say, hey, what are your plans? Can we keep you a little longer? Are you in the right place? Would you like to transfer to stay a little longer? And so those are the kind of things that we're going to get started here pretty soon to keep retention, to keep officers. And those that have plenty of time to retire or ready to retire, perhaps the same thing with them is have a discussion and see what's going on. But it's also a double-edged sword, right? Because you have young officers coming into the department that want to get promoted, want to move up. And then we have perhaps people at senior ranks that aren't moving, and they've been there for years. And so we have to make sure that we allow some officers to retire when they're ready to, and then we can promote other officers up.
Okay, I have so many other questions, but I just want to ask you, for residents out there, families who just say, Chief, I do not feel safe right now. What are you doing for me? What are you doing for my family to protect us? What do you say?
So the police department is continuing to operate even though we're short officers. It hasn't impacted our ability to provide a safe and secure environment. So we continue to do that. We continue to investigate crime and apprehend criminals. And we're just one leg of the stool of the criminal justice system, right? There's law enforcement, there's corrections and rehabilitation, and then there's a prosecution and public defender's office, right? So we're trying to hold up our end of this criminal justice system by doing what we need to do to make the streets safer and make our neighborhood safer. But we can't do it by ourselves. So we need the community out there to help us. In the community is where, unfortunately, criminals live, and that's where, and the great people that work there. So we have neighborhood security watches, and we have Crime Stoppers and other venues for the community to call us and let us know what's going on, who's in their neighborhood that may be, conducting criminal operations, and so we could use that information to help make it safe and secure for them.
So you're saying basically kind of tighten up those partnerships and work with the community better?
Absolutely. Well, we have community policing teams now that are in the communities doing that, but I want to get out to meet all the communities so that I can talk to them, hear what they have to say, hear what their concerns are, and then address those concerns.
And that's one of the big reasons why you stopped by here.
Yes.
So we really appreciate this one-on-one with you. First time here at KHON2 News, and hopefully it's not the last. You'll come back, Chief?
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, nice meeting you.
Pleasure.